Hello, Russell Martin.
Hello,
We
Grader.
hello,
Yeah, you get some grader. It's
Grader.
not boss man.
Yeah, no longer boss, now Grader. Today we are showing you our progress for the past week. I'll go first with my code changes. Here I created the login page. It's quite simple and it's able to be stylized. We can change the background colors to when we go through the app and change all our theming to be correct. And the sign up page is quite similar as well. This is where I connect the app to the backend using this API.ts. It's for the basic functionality and it's quite abstract. So other places can use it, such as recipes in here. This is for getting recipes, creating recipes, updating recipes, and deleting recipes. And this can be throughout the app. And this is the login and sign up logic that uses the API.ts. Nate, you can go through your code.
Can you go to the other one first, the component? So I updated the component to have a little bit more style and have some added features such as swiping in different directions. If you go swipe it left, it deletes it and it pops up an undo message. God bless it. I love how it works 7 times before this.
Oh no.
Anyways, it works sometimes, and then if you swipe to the right, which I don't think we should do anymore, it's a placeholder for adding it to like the Instacart or Walmart uh integrations that we'll have in the future.
Hold on, that was
First with the
working
demo.
on
Yeah,
the
it's working over
actual
here.
thing. That was
Looks
working on
worse.
the actual.
See,
It
look at
was
that,
working on the
beautiful.
emulator. It was on the
Look at,
phone,
uh-huh.
and on the info, there's a placeholder.
Yeah,
So
beautiful.
this is a problem with the browser version, which it's a mobile application. So okay, um,
Uh, and I guess the list was kind of just the main thing that holds it. We still have the hard-coded values because we're still trying to completely form the backend logic. We're kind of brainstorming on how we should put it together optimally, and this is kind of like the last piece to our backend that we need to figure out, and we plan on figuring out this upcoming week.
Michael.
All right. So are we in? Okay. Okay. So most of what I've been working on is this hook called use remote search. So basically, it's for both. It's a search function for both diet or ingredients. So because they're pretty similar in the back end, it's different data. Right. Diets are going to be more generalized, like blacklist, while a allergy is more of a specific thing, like peanuts. So, a dietary one, it's gonna be more like vegan, right? So you can't eat meats, you can't eat a lot of things, butter, a ton of things. But the very specific things that would just be for allergies, right? But it's got a similar sort of structure. So I combine two functions that I had into one. So if you look at this, if you look pretty close, we're checking like the tokens, like the actual login authorization tokens. Make sure the user has a token before actually sending the thing. I fought with that a lot this past week because of I've been constantly getting like 401s, and I had a big what do you call it? I had a big stopping point there. I just had to work through it. But basically, it uses use effects to populate the lists when the user selects the drop down and starts typing. It'll take whatever characters the user has typed in there. If you scroll down, there's a set timeout, so I'm not constantly spamming the back end. But basically, it just searches the back end for the closest match for from those tables that store our supported allergens and our supported dietary um, plans. And then it returns a list of the most relevant ones. And down here are some more helper functions that I added. And then I down here I also there's that big list of consts. I kind of combined some of the functions for whatchamacallit, for dietary versus allergen because they can use the same functions, but they hit different endpoints. So I can kind of parameterize that. So that's what I did this week, and next week I'm going to finish up the user profile by allowing the user to actually update their existing dietary restrictions, and then I'm going to look into integrating the camera and getting a camera like a page on the app so that users could take a picture of food or menus or whatever, and then upload that to the back end to then get relevant recipes.
Perfect. Just to show a quick demo of the app, this is running on my actual Android phone. So I can just show you that this is what the login looks like. We just use root. And log into the API. And these are real recipes that I got from the URL and gave to the backend. We'll show that in the comps of the Swang 465 video. And next week, I'm gonna aim to fill out the homepage and replace all this with like real data and figure a way to get popular recipes, maybe add a counter to the database for how many times it's been added to the cart. So even if it's not in your specific library, it can still be queried. And then recently viewed will just be for, I'll need to add a date field for that as well, for last opened or last cooked.
And while we are on the front end side of things, the meal calendar is now connected to the back end. So if you want to go in and add a meal plan to say the 22nd of October, yeah, that works too. Go ahead and then edit
23rd,
meals.
silly.
Yeah.
Nope, sorry, 22nd.
Doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, edit meals.
Edit meals.
Add something to breakfast.
Chicken salad.
Okay, that's it. Okay, now go ahead and close out
Breakfast of Champions.
and close it out. It's still there. Which is really cool. You clicked on the 20th.
Yep,
It's still there.
it's
Which
still
is
here.
really cool, which means that we are now connected to the back end finally. And if you want to go ahead and open the code for it, calendar.tsx.
Did I add
Up
that
top.
here?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay.
And go ahead and look at the to-dos. This is where I basically connected us with the meal plan service. Yeah, now we're actually communicating with the back end. And besides code, I have been in communication with Instacart and Walmart for access to their developer APIs. And we've finally been granted access to Instacarts, which will allow us to work in their sandbox environment that they provide to actually start work on setting recipes to real carts and knowing how we should format our data for that. But yeah, so that's all for me.
Nate, do you want to talk about how we plan or ideas that we have for our cart?
Is that more appropriate here or in the other class?
Oh, I guess in the other class. Okay, you're right.
I kind of mentioned it earlier, but we can mention it more for the swing.
Okay. Cool. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you, boss man, and or
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
under boss
Thank
man.
you, Grader.
Thank you, Professor Martin,
Thank you, Dr. Professor
for
Bossman Martin.
watching.
Thank you,
Creator.
Professor Martin.
Whoa, whoa,
If
whoa.
you have any
No, no
questions,
doctor.
I'm sure we'll hear about it in about a week or so.
Thank you, Professor Martin.
Wow, quite the backhanded
All
comment.
right, cut it. Cut it.